Hey guys, what's up? This is Apostle MB with your Thursday morning motivation for you. I pray you guys are having a wonderful start of your day on today. Today, for a few moments, I want to talk to you from a thought of seek shelter. Seek shelter. You know, as I was sitting and as I was preparing this morning for morning motivation, prior to this recording, I went and I was looking at the weather forecast, and the weather forecast has the weatherman has proclaimed or forecast that today is a 100% chance of rain. That means that it is anticipated that it will rain, they say, all day. And you know how it is when it comes to rain. That means umbrellas are being broken out. That means that that when you go outside, you're not just walking around in the rain, but you're making every effort to keep yourself from being wet from the rain. And because of the temperature is kind of cool, that means you're getting a cold rain. And we understand that if you do walk out with no umbrella, that you run the risk of getting soaked and wet. You also run the risk of catching a cold if you don't have an umbrella or a hat or something to protect your head. You will eventually catch a cold, possibly even more. And when I thought about that and began to look at that, I thought about life. And in this life that we live, so much goes on in life. We are bombarded with all sorts of things to the point that we can become overwhelmed. We can become overwhelmed. Most people that become overwhelmed, I don't know if you've ever noticed this, and just like whenever it is raining, if you're not careful, you'll get soaking wet. In life, if you're not careful, you can become overwhelmed with so much hitting your life. And most people that become overwhelmed, if you ever notice, they shut down, they get away from the crowd, and they find themselves alone, right by themselves, because they can't handle all of that. Have you ever found yourself overwhelmed, that it just seemed like things were just hitting you every time you turn around, something was hitting you and hitting you and hitting you. You before you could deal with one issue, another issue have hit. Before you could deal with that one, another issue have hit, and you're just almost to the point that you choked down. You became soaked and wet. David understood this. And so David said to us in Psalms 27, verse number 5, I want to read it to you. David said, "For in the time of trouble, he shall hide me in his pavilion, in the secret of his tabernacle, he shall hide me. He shall set me upon a rock." David understood that life is going to toss you a whole lot of things. But he knew that he served a God that would shelter him in the time of trouble. Now, guys, we have to be careful, and I'm going to be finished with this. And this is my point that I really want to share with you on today, because so many things is available to us in life. So many things, people with advice, people with help, people with this, people with that, and so much is available to us for life. And if we're not careful, sometimes the very thing and person that can really help us, which is God, he will become our last resort. I've tried everything and everything had failed. So I asked the question, if we know this, why not seek God first? Seek shelter first. You done heard the weather forecast. Weather forecast said it's going to rain. So why leave the house with no umbrella? Why leave the house with no coat and no hat, only to get out there and then realize, oh my God, it's raining and I have no shelter or nothing to protect myself? So when problems hit you and they start coming, and before you start reaching out to your friends and reaching out to the counselors, reaching out to this and to that, just simply say, God, I need to seek you. You are my shelter. David said, you are my pavilion. You are my hiding place. So when trouble comes, instead of running to everyone else, run to God. Because after all, he got the power to deliver. He got the power to save you. He got the power to bring you into a safe place. So I say to you today, guys, as you're starting your day and for the remaining of the time, make this your place. When trouble, at the onset of trouble, I'm going to seek shelter. At the onset of issues in my life, I'm not even going, you know what? I'm not even going to tell the people around me what's going on. I'm going to God. And I'm going to seek him and let him help me right through it. He'll hide us. Hide means to remove from sight. He will hide us from the very enemy that's trying to destroy you. This has been Apostle MB with your Thursday morning motivations for you. Guys, I pray you have a wonderful day in the Lord on today. And I look forward to you catching me back on tomorrow for another morning motivations. Shalom.